to the Real Estate Speedcast. First thing I want to say today is happy birthday to Juan. He had a birthday this
Oh,
week. Hi, Juan. Happy
I'm
birthday.
95 years old today.
95. I'm still older than you, so that's all that matters.
That's
Whatever
how I
age you
feel.
are, add a few, and that's where I am.
Yeah, we're definitely up there.
Yeah. But with age comes
Experience, we
intelligence,
hope, or wisdom, right?
experience, and we know what's going on here. So we had a super busy day today, right?
Yes, today was a milestone day for us. Probably our first
With
or
we
second big milestone.
Yeah, so we met with Rocket, right? Kind of. There was Rocket people there, Redfin people, our whole market, plus the Jacksonville market. I mean, there were so many agents there today at our meeting, right?
Yeah, there's a lot of agents. All of the power players for us locally were pretty much there, I guess you would say.
Yeah, and we had our Bay Equity loan officers that will now be Rocket loan officers,
Yep.
or will be when this happens, right? Coming
Yeah.
soon.
July 1, right? That's the
Coming soon to
target
the real
for the
estate market near
transition is
you.
July 1.
Yeah. So we learned a lot today.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff coming down the pipe. Um,
What was your
Something we
favorite thing
knew
that you
would be
learned today? Then
coming.
we'll go through the programs, but what are you most excited about? I like putting you on the spot.
Probably for me is the feeling that I had
Yeah,
because transition can always make you nervous.
right.
It can always cause anxiety. And even though, people like you that are very successful in what they do, they're pretty safe. It doesn't mean you don't feel some anxiety there, but I will
Oh,
tell you
yeah.
that since I went to Detroit, and I think you got to feel what I felt a little bit today,
Yeah. Except I didn't get to
there's,
have Detroit pizza, but it's fine.
yeah, the anxiety's not there anymore. I mean,
Yeah, for me, maybe still a little bit, right?
yeah,
Because I know deep inside, I know this is going to work, right? Like it's amazing.
yeah,
But I always, you know, am a little bit
yeah.
cautious.
I've been fortunate that being with, in my past, being in other companies and being in the management level and seeing when companies become united. And usually it's one company taking over another company
Right.
and changing that company.
Yeah. Doesn't seem like
That's not
we-
what's
we're gonna
happening
have
here.
still have the same amazing service that we do today. We're still gonna have that on-demand touring, right? We're still gonna have all the great things that make Redfin and make me want to work for this company.
Yeah, I
So
think what it does
that's
for us
going, right?
is
I mean, it's not
it's
going, it's staying. I mean, it's just gonna
yeah,
keep going.
it's like a shot of adrenaline.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean,
It's
today
like,
was so super to see all the
yeah,
excitement in the room and to have everybody there together. It was great.
yeah. I mean, I think the first week is going to be a whirlwind for us because
Yeah,
all of our new marketing will start to drop.
I
All
know.
of our new signs are coming. I mean, they are
They're
fast
super. I mean,
tracking
we
everything.
can't disclose what our new logo is, but super. I thought it was super. That's
Oh, it
coming
looks good.
soon.
It still identifies it Redfin, but you can see
Yeah,
that it's powered by Rocket.
yeah,
It'll start to be significant, especially for people in the industry that know what the logos are, the
yeah,
symbols are.
exactly. I
The
think it looks
public may
great.
take a little bit of time, right? So
Yeah, I'm excited for the new listing signs, the yard signs, whatever
materials.
advertisement's going to come out. I'm super excited for that.
Yeah, I think all
Oh,
of
what
that
a,
is kind
go
of for us to enhance us, but let's talk about how we're going to enhance customers.
Right, yeah. So Redfin, Rocket already has some super programs, right? So we
Yes.
talked about that today. So the ones already in place are, I don't know, I took some notes. So they
Yeah.
have bridge loans, which I think is new for them.
Yeah, bridge loans are new, and that's because they saw the need for that opportunity, especially with the way the market is right now.
Right. So can you
And they never
explain
needed it
in your
before.
experience what a bridge loan means to the consumer?
I'm sorry.
Can you explain what a bridge loan means?
Yeah, it basically allows someone that has one property in one place to get a bridge to get their new house and have the two houses at the same time without carrying two full mortgages.
Right. I
They're-
believe they have to pay interest on the new.
yeah, yeah.
I think that's,
Um,
I think that's all
they
they
can
have to
take
pay.
the equity out of house number one
Right.
to drop it into house number two to qualify for the new mortgage.
Yeah. And I
So they
did
don't
a
have to
little
take all the
research.
money out. They just take some of it out and they only
Right.
pay interest on this portion they take out.
Oh, okay. And then did a little bit of research and it said that I think Rocket gives them their house has to be listed or under contract, but at least listed with a listing agent. And I believe they give them 6 months to sell their house, which is super.
Which is pretty normal.
Yeah.
Which is
So that
pretty
I thought
normal.
that
I've
was
had customers
great.
do that with different
Yeah.
companies or whatever. Um, the difference is that customer is probably going to have us to help him sell.
Right, right. Well, yeah, of course, that's a good thing.
Yeah,
So the
yeah.
other thing that they already have is rent rewards.
Yes, rent rewards. I don't know as much about rent rewards, but I know they said a percentage of what a customer pays in rent for the 12-month lease that they have, even though they might have only been living there for 5 months right now.
Right, they don't even have to have a full year in. They could be there 2 months. But
Yeah, yeah,
for the
but
year rent, let's use even numbers because you know me math. 2,000 a month, 24,000 for the year. They'll
yeah.
take 10%. So
Okay.
2,400, 10% of their annual rent, and that can be used towards closing costs.
Yeah, and that's basically a gift
Yeah,
from
that's Commander
Rocket.
Rocket's money. That's that no cost to anybody. They're
Yeah,
saying, okay, this is
yeah,
what we're
that's
going to give you
just to
10%
help the
of your rent.
customer
So that
transition from
was
rental to
cool.
owner ownership. Yeah.
And this one I've been seeing a lot, and they talked about it today. One Plus. I thought
Yes.
this was great. So One Plus is a conventional loan.
Yes.
The buyer pays 1% of the down payment,
They put 1% down.
and Rocket pays 2%.
Yes. And there's no penalty on that.
Yeah. Like, oh, they don't have to pay it back. It's like it's a
Correct.
gift, right? Like there's
They
no
could live
so if
there
they
10 years or 1 year.
right. They could sell it in 5 months and that's not a payback. So it's down payment assistance from Rocket, right? Rocket's going to give you
Correct.
2% of the purchase price. So that
Correct.
was really cool. I believe there's some uh income restrictions on that. I don't know exactly, so I'm not going to say I
Yeah.
don't know, but
Yeah,
I know
we're
there's
still
some.
learning some of those things, but I would tell people, if you're curious about what Rocket has, rocket.com. I mean,
Yeah,
that's probably have a lot of it there. Just understand that some things will be Redfin Rocket bundled
right. Well, that's what we're going to. So that's what we're
and
going into
some things
next.
won't be, but we're going to share
Yeah.
the Redfin
So
Rocket
once
bundle, which for us is going to be a changer for us.
Yeah, so once everything is done, right, and Redfin is officially powered by Rocket, we're gonna have what they call the Redfin bundle.
The Redfin or the Rocket Redfin bundle, I
Right,
think
oh
is what.
yeah, not the Redfin bundle, Redfin Rocket bundle or Rocket Redfin bundle. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
It's a bundle.
Yeah.
And they would have to use Rocket and Redfin.
Yes.
So
Yes.
somebody like you, along with a loan officer at Rocket, combined.
Yes. Yes.
What are they gonna get?
1% off of their interest rate that they qualify for the first 12 months.
Okay, so if
That's
rates are
paid,
six and a half, they're gonna get 5.5 the first year,
and that's paid by Rocket.
paid by Rocket.
So that's going to help them get in the house a little bit softer for the
Yeah.
first 12 months.
Lower their payment.
They can refi anytime, even if
Right.
they want to do it before 12 months, there's no penalty on that. If they don't need or don't desire to have the 1% discount on the rate for the first 12 months, they can get up to $6,000 as a closing cost credit from Rocket
Right.
to close.
Now, there's a
And
reason
that's,
why people would do that. Some people are not payment sensitive, so it doesn't matter what their payment is every month. But as far as they may choose the closing costs, so they're not taking money out of the bank for closing costs, less cash
yeah,
bringing to
yeah,
the table, and they're okay with the monthly payment.
yeah, yeah.
Other
Or
people want to
imagine,
lower that monthly payment and kind of take that gamble that rates are going to come down and they can refinance.
yeah, or imagine someone buys a $500,000 house and does a 15-year mortgage and puts 50% down.
Right.
They're probably not going to be payment sensitive.
Right, yeah, yeah,
So
exactly.
they would take the credit
Yeah,
to
and you'll
help
take
cover
that
their
money out of the
closing
funds, right,
costs or prepaid items, right? Their first
right,
year of homeowners insurance or things
yeah,
like that. So it's attractive to everyone
right.
for their
Depends on how you
specific
want to use it, what's
scenario.
more important to you.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
the one thing that I think that stuck out to me today was speed.
yeah. They are
Rocket speed,
super
so the
fast.
rocket ship, right? So they can get now anybody can go online and get a pre-approval, right? You could state anything you want, but they're offering a verified pre-approval
Yeah,
in under 4 hours.
yeah. And it has $1,000 guarantee.
Yes, which is great
So
because so that loan's
yeah,
gonna close and they've never paid out the $1,000. Well, at least in
they've
the
never,
southeast region. I don't know about all of Rocket, so
yeah, yeah, from
I'm not
what
gonna
we
speak to
understand.
that. But the
Yeah,
other thing is if they apply after 7 p.m., they have people that work around the clock. That pre-approval will be in their inbox and at 9 a.m.
9, 10 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
So they've got
Even
night
if they work late
underwriters.
and they do it overnight, we're gonna still have that in the morning. I mean, it doesn't matter because it's not like I'm writing an offer at 3 a.m. Not now anyway. A
Yeah.
couple of years ago I did.
Well, it's important for us because you have a customer sometimes they just started the process, unfortunately, backwards.
Right,
You know,
right.
they went
I
and
mean,
looked at
because
a
you,
house on
yeah,
Saturday, right?
yeah,
And now they want to make an offer Saturday night, but we got to get all their stuff in so they can be pre-approved because
right.
they didn't think they were going to go after the houses fast.
Right. So even like during the week, so you tour somebody after work, 6 p.m., right? Now we're done at 7. Go home, fill this out because they already have an offer and they're making a decision tomorrow. That means at 9 a.m. tomorrow, when I have your pre-approval, I can send that offer over.
Yeah,
And the
it's
listing agents for that offer, whatever it is going to see that our pre-approval is verified and
yes,
guaranteed.
yes.
What was the other part about the speed?
They can close a transaction in a little bit less than 3 weeks.
That's
I
incredible.
guess I guess it was like 19 days-ish or
19
something
days.
like that.
And there may be
Um,
circumstances that they can even do sooner, but that
yeah,
would be like a whole management escalated and it could get done depending on the circumstance.
yeah, but that's pretty fast. You have to think of doing all of the loan commitment items, including the appraisal and
Right,
all
all
that
that.
stuff really fast. So that means that we as agents have to go fast too. The
Right. Oh,
inspection's
yeah.
fast,
And I
everything,
thrive on that.
insurance
Like,
is
let's go,
fast.
let's do it. The
Yeah,
other
but I mean,
thing
when
then
if
still is up to
somebody,
title to get that title commitment, which is
yeah,
in the mortgage. And then the other thing was we can find out prior to the offer if we're going to have an appraisal waiver.
yes,
So
and that's
if that
normally,
happens, we can put in the offer, we're waiving the appraisal contingency.
yeah, we don't even need it.
Right.
And
And
I've
that makes
seen that
our offer
happen.
now even stronger, right? Because we already know we're not doing an appraisal on this property. We know they know it's already going to appraise. We're waiving it.
Yeah, it speeds
Our
the
offer is
process
like,
up.
yeah,
Yeah.
you're
And
at
I've
the
seen
top.
that on some of my listings where I had a rocket deal come through and it will say the appraisal waiver on the letter.
Yeah,
And it's normally because the customer's putting a significant amount
amount
down.
of money down. Yeah.
So if they're putting 40% down or
Right. We don't
45,
need to appraise
50%
it.
down,
Right. Yeah.
I mean, does the bank have to defend the price?
No.
Probably not.
Right.
Um, they can usually use an internal thing, I'm sure, just to confirm it up, but I don't even think they're concerned with it.
Right.
Um, when somebody puts that much down, they're not going to walk away from the house.
Right. And it's so super to be able to offer to our customers that really strong offer, offer to, that we can submit for them on their behalf.
Well, imagine you get an appraisal waiver.
Yeah.
You don't need to lower the rate for the first year because you're putting so much down. Now
Hmm.
you get up to a $6,000 credit at closing.
Right.
Maybe you get the seller to contribute 10,000 toward
Yeah.
closing costs.
Yeah.
Now you can use that and you basically might have almost no closing costs, just your
Yeah.
down payment. So it's kind of adding things on top like the builder does, but we
Right.
can do it for the general public in all of the United States.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that incentive, the Rocket Redfin bundle, also works on listings for us.
I was gonna mention that. So tell me
So,
about that.
yeah, so if Nancy has a listing and uh, she can advertise that if the customer is willing to work with Rocket on her Redfin listing, Nancy can get that buyer the incentive to help them close on her listing, which also benefits the seller
Right,
because now the seller doesn't have to give a credit from their
right. And
equity
we have
to
peace
the
of mind
buyer.
that that pre-approval they got, like on the listing side, right?
It's
Because first
valid.
we don't know. Now we know it's guaranteed and we can close it fast.
We
And
know
my
it's going
seller
to
is
close.
like thrilled.
We know it's going to close. We have a listing. We get a pre-approval letter. What's the first thing we do is we try to verify the pre-approval. We call the banker. The banker doesn't tell us everything about the buyer. The banker basically doesn't tell us anything. We have to ask them questions like, have you looked at the W-2s? Yes.
Yeah,
Have you pulled the credit? Yes. Have you put them in your desktop underwriter? Yes. Are they pre-approved for 500,000? Yes. And you hope when they're saying yes that they've actually
they really
done it.
mean it because I've had that and then yeah,
And then it doesn't go, right?
it doesn't go.
But
It
with
doesn't go.
Rocket, they have artificial intelligence that puts everything in a box, puts it into their underwriting system, gets the approval, then gives it to a human to double check it to make sure it's all the way it's supposed to be and it
Yeah,
still is the same that they believe it is. And that's what speeds up the process.
right. Yeah, I mean it's really incredible. I am so excited to be a part of this right from the very beginning.
Yeah.
Honored to work for Redfin.
Yeah. And
And
not to mention the Rocket's pricing on their products is the most competitive that we've ever seen.
right, and that discount is gonna be on top of, right?
It's on top of it.
Yeah,
You know, 1 in 6 transactions are going to be going through the ecosystem of Redfin, Rocket, Mr. Cooper.
yeah. That's so crazy.
So it's a
So
pretty
we
big
should
deal
take a
for us.
vacation this week, Juan, because next week I think we're gonna be super busy.
Yeah, yeah. I think
Wanna go
it's
on a
going to
little
be
cruise? Call Jennifer, see if we can book a little cruise.
exactly right. Yeah. Don't give her any ideas.
Oh, come on. She started the vacation with, I had a good time with her in Italy, so
Well, you know what our problem is? We don't take vacations. We
yeah.
kind of just work through it.
Yeah, well, we could get internet, but I think we're gonna be super busy next week that we should take a vacation this week.
I hope so. I'm excited to see everything come out. And once we get our hands on some of the stuff, guys, we'll show you and hold up for
Yeah,
you.
so next week when we
Um,
record, we should be able to have some
a couple things,
logos, some advertisements, some cool things to show.
maybe some
I was hoping
proofs
to
and
get
things.
like a a Rocket baseball hat today. I didn't get one.
Oh, you mean like the one I got?
Yeah, I was hoping for that. So I want,
Yeah, I was very lucky to get one.
I know.
Um,
So I'm hoping when we have our like party, we got some swag.
yeah, yeah. I think they do have
Use
some
that to go to
swag
the
coming.
beach.
I heard they have some swag coming, but it got delayed in the UPS or whatever.
Yeah, that happened.
But imagine swag for about 3,000 people.
Yeah, I know.
So there could be some delays in shipping on that. I'm sure UPS wasn't too excited.
I can't wait to see the new commercials because we didn't see that. We just know there's going to be some. So
Yeah,
I'm excited. We're gonna have more next week.
yes,
So Juan told
yes.
me I can't go overtime. I already did.
Okay.
So we're gonna end this
Yep.
and talk more about our bundle next week
Yes.
and what you can expect or what's
As we
happening.
start to implement it. Yes, absolutely. Thank you, everyone.
Thanks. See you next week.